star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports at another exciting edition of NBA Ball, along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. And now a glimpse of who's out ahead in the All-Star voting.
I'm sure the fans and the players are eager for an update.
And you look at Bailey. He's absolutely in the conversation to be a starter in the All-Star game for the West.
And that West starting five is so hard to crack. He's having a fantastic season and is still on the outside looking in.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend. The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. We've got Bailey, Dalton Connect out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's G.G. Jackson, and it's Scott in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for New Orleans, they've got Scotty Barnes, also Charles Bassey out there, and it's King in at the 1. And Grant, this should be a high-flying affair tonight. Both of these teams love to showcase their athleticism.
And these are the games I love working, B.A. I want to see some dunk contest style slams here tonight. And of course, these fans can't wait either to see these teams get after it in this one.
Just 5 to shoot. We played just over a minute here in the first, and he starts out with a miss in this one. Now here's Connect. Tight defense on him. Jackson outside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Daniels outside. There's the triple. Barnes with the rebound. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's King, covered by Daniels. The 3 from Barnes. Here's Bassey, and there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
And they get that first bucket. 1 for 4 to start this game.
Pass to Bailey. Puts up a deep 3, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And the shot goes down.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
And here's Jackson. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And that one drops.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Outside Connect. Pass to Scott. And here's Bailey for 3. Rebounded by Flanders.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's King. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Beyond the arc. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Marks. Here's Barnes. Shoots over Jackson. Out to the right wing. Second chance shot, and that one drops for him.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Scott, defended by Bassie. Scott passes to Bailey. Here's Daniels. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Now here's Jackson. He's closely guarded.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous. Man, the defender really went after him.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the game now. He does not get the second one. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Bailey. Daniels outside. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Here's Bailey. Jackson, the screen. Fires top of the key. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Bassie up top. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Marks passes to Flanders. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. And again, New Orleans, no good.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Barnes comes with a double team. Scott passes to Bailey. Jackson outside. On the wing, Daniels. From 12 feet, and he hits the jump shot.
Ooh, he's gone 1 to 4 to start the game. Looking to step it up.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Bassie. Here's King. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the Pelicans miss again.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Daniels outside. Takes a three. Kept alive. Scott can't get it to go.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Flanders passes to Marks. Here's the three. Rebounded by Bailey.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Blocked! And it's the Pelicans on the break. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Back to Daniels. Off the mark there with a three.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Pass to Flanders for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Flanders has got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
So timeout called here. The first for New Orleans. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And you can tell how important having depth is.
Here's King, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Here's Ramsey. He's covered by Connect. Pass to King. Shot clock at 6. Over Daniels. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 16. On the court for the Grizzlies. Dyson Daniels out there with Dalton Connect. Then it's Bailey. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Scott in at the 5. Jackson, the pass to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Pelicans cleared away.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Henderson. And there's a pick over Jackson. Henderson misses. Grizzlies trail by 16. And here's Daniels. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston. Pass to Jackson. Now Connect. Daniels left side. He's got it. That makes him 2 for 8. Hopefully he can get it going now. The Pelicans lead by 14. Here's King. Here's Ramsey. He's covered by Connect. Henderson outside. A shot from the high post. A rebound by Jackson. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Coming into this, having notched to win against Boston in their last game.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
Here's Ramsey. And again, New Orleans, no good. Grizzlies trail by 11. And there's the screen. Here's Daniels. Here's Scott. The Pelicans pull it in.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Pass to Cotton. It's stolen by Daniels. Out left to the wing. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Dallas, they've fallen down to the 3rd spot and are hoping to turn things back around.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they've basically settled into who they are. They can put up a fight against the better teams, but something has to change for them to make a major improvement.
Memphis making a switch here. Jackson is checked in. Shot clock at 2. Daniels. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Ramsey to end the drought. The rebound by Jackson.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Outside Connect. Jackson outside. He buries it from 3. Jackson's got 9.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Pass to King. Over Daniels. And again, New Orleans no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Outside Connect. Launches it. Hits the trifecta. Connect's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Cotton. Here's Willis. No points so far. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself.
Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Kings got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ramsey, and stolen by Jackson. Connect on the wing. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's New Orleans. They lead by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight, chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And most of these guys have shown they can do both of those things here in the regular season. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Grizzlies trail by 5. They've got Charles Bassey, and it's Marks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Pelicans 5. Pass to Bailey. Daniels outside. Now here's Connect. 6 to shoot. Now Jackson. Back to Connect. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Daniels misses.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you, B.A.
Thank you, Allie. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Connect. The Pelicans pull it in. Bassey's got rebound number 8 now. Barnes passes to Bassey. Here's King. Pass to Barnes. Over Daniels. Here's King, and here's Bassey. And stolen by Jackson. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
So close on the finish, and it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the 2nd. Into the 3rd. 2 minutes in now. Here's King. Pass to Flanders. Here's King. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 5th rebound in this one. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the 2nd half. Here's Scott. Tipped.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
The 3 from Barnes. Barnes drills the triple.
And not really a go-to for Barnes, but nice stroke on the corner shot.
Pass to Scott. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Back to Daniels. This one for 3. Memphis the rebound. Bailey the pass to Daniels. There's a screen. Going inside. And here they come. Here's King. Ooh, a 2-handed power slam.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
Daniels passes to Bailey. Jackson outside. Clock at 6. Daniels outside from the arc. And another miss by Memphis.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the 2nd half. 5 straight misses.
Pass to Marks. Here's King. It's Barnes on the wing. Defended by Jackson. From behind the arc. And it's King missing. Grizzlies trail by 7. Now here's Barnes. Pass to Flanders. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 3rd assist of the night. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And following that, the number of second-chance buckets they've tallied has been superb, showing no mercy in hitting the offensive glass.
As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standing. Well, the Pelicans shooting just 37% in the game. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Cason Wallace out there with Jalen Suggs. Then it's Jackson, and it's Scott in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's King. Pass to Henderson. Here's Flanders. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And they're on the break. Here's Singletary. Got a piece of it. Here's Flanders. Here's King. Watched by Wallace. Here's Flanders. 5 on the clock. Here's Ramsey. Tipped away. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Jackson. All by himself. Here's Cotton. Yep, that one's good. Here's Singletary. And here's Suggs. And King pulls it down. King's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ramsey. And it's off from 3-point range.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Suggs, the pass to Wallace. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First one falls for him.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
And he makes both free throws. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Flanders. Here's King. Fires from deep. Singletary grabs the miss. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Suggs, right side. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Ramsey can't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Driving to the basket. To take the lead, Suggs. Kicks it out to Jackson. Puts up a 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Pass to Cotton. They set the pick. King controls the rebound and the putback.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Suggs with it. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
The Grizzlies have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Wallace outside. Pass to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
A bigger guard, Suggs fearless inside.
He's off on the first. Bailey's checked in for Memphis. He hits the second from the line.
I'm sure he wanted to hit all his free throws, but at least he gave his team the lead.
Pass to Flanders. Outside for Henderson. All sorts of time. Memphis with a rebound. Scott's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. It's stolen. And it's the Pelicans on the break. And he's going for the oop here. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Jaren Jackson picks one up. And he drops it first. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Henderson hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Wallace outside. Pass to Scott. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bailey from downtown. And King pulls it down. King's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Right side Barnes. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's King. Watched by Wallace. Pass to Ramsey. Here's Henderson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Bailey. Deflected! And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Memphis substitution.
Here's Daniels. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. New Orleans in the lead. Here's King. Pass to Henderson. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Wallace. He's guarded by Barnes. Wallace misses. To the left wing. The open shot, Henderson. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
Daniels passes to Jackson. There's the 3. And King pulls it down.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Pass to Henderson. Here's King. Shot clock at 5. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Daniels. Scott passes to Jackson. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's King. Pass to Barnes. Count it, and the foul. It'll be on G.G. Jackson.
Fighting for his shot. Barnes is well rewarded for his effort.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Connects checked in for Wallace. To the middle. It's picked off. It's 2-on-1. Henderson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Henderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
Back to Daniels. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Good.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
The Pelicans lead by 5. Here's King. Pass to Barnes. Here's Garrett. Wide open look. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Scott. Pass to connect. On the wing, Daniels. No good with the triple.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
King gets the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Bailey. Back to Daniels. To the inside. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
And the Pelicans making a change here. That one misses for Jackson.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Flanders' shot is good.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Here's the pick. Now here's Daniels. Tightly guarded. Jackson against Barnes. Shoots from the baseline. The jumper is good. New Orleans leading by 6. Here's King. From downtown. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Coach told them to adjust on defense, saying they're calling it tight right now. You can keep the same effort, but less reaching in and all that. Don't let them beat us at the line. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will in the shot.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Now Barnes. Here's King. The three misses. Here's Daniels.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Takes a three. Buries it from outside.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
The Pelicans lead by 3. We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth. Here's Flanders. He's covered by Connect. He gets it to go.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
1:22 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. There's a screen. Another steal. And now New Orleans on the break. Oh, the stuff.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Daniels. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
And New Orleans shooting just around 45% on the fourth. Barnes outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Connect. The three is off. And here are the Grizzlies now. It's a 5-point game. Oh, it's stolen. And so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Here's Daniels. Jackson outside. Beyond the arc. The free ball is down.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
Bailey, cash from downtown.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Jackson fires! And so it's the Pelicans who come out on top here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And time now for our player of the game.